And welcome, and today we are along with Rhonda Thomas. She is part of the Paragould Police Department, and she's along with us today to talk about their annual fundraiser with the Northeast Arkansas Children's Center. And Rhonda, it's good to have you along with us today.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Sure, and talk about this Children's Center that's in Paragould and what it provides and what its purpose is there in Northeast Arkansas.
The center is actually in Jonesboro, but it services the entire Northeast Arkansas area. The center is called the Northeast Arkansas Children's Center, and at the center, the children who are victims of child abuse can go to the center and receive their medical exams and their interviews there in the child-friendly environment so that they don't have to go to a hospital or be talked to by a lot of different people about what's happened to them.
Okay.
So we're raising money right now for the center. We're doing our second annual Leap of Faith fundraiser, and that will be going on May 2nd and 3rd. We're going to be doing a skydiving event, and we're raising money, and then we're going to jump out of an airplane to raise money for these kids.
Okay, so that's pretty unique.
It
with
is.
the skydiving.
It is. It's a blast. I did it last year. I was scared to death last year, but it was the most amazing experience, and we did raise a lot of money for the center last year.
Wow. So it's quite a leap of faith, huh?
Yes, it is. It is a leap of faith.
So yeah, that's neat. That actually takes place May 2nd and 3rd, and actually I'll do that in Tennessee. Is that right?
It's West Tennessee skydiving, and it's on the other side of Memphis, down a really windy, long road. Several of the different professions from our area get together and do this fundraiser every year.
Good deal. And this fundraiser is for the operations of the Children's Center, right?
Yes, the center also provides other things, like they do counseling referrals for the kids and family services and sometimes phone cards and all types of things for the victims' families.
Okay. And this is a very, I'm sure a very tense job that you and your colleagues have when it comes to investigating in child services and things like that.
It is. It's a very stressful job, and we hear and see a lot of things that most people never dream happen. So this is kind of a release for us too, to get up there and jump out of an airplane. Also, the donations we get, if someone donates $250, they get their name or logo on the back of our T-shirt. That we are. It says "Chickens Don't Fly," and then it's got the names of the donators on the back of the shirt. Also, I have 10 free books for the first 10 donations I get. It's Okay, You're With My Father. It's a friend of mine, Chris Shelton, wrote the book. In a lot of these cases, I actually helped him investigate. So the first 10 donations I get, I will send them back a free book.
Sure. And we've had Chris on to talk about this book before, and you're actually in the book with some of these investigations. Not
Yes.
by name, but you're actually...
Yes, I actually worked with Chris for a long time doing these type of investigations. He was a very good investigator, and he's a very good friend.
Sure. And, this center, it can be kind of overlooked what the center can provide and what its usefulness is, because, when you talk about child abuse and things like that, it's kind of in the shadows, those things, and it kind of overlooked that aspect.
It is in the shadows, and in the past, children will be interviewed, maybe at a police department, which that's not a good place to interview a child in reference to a horrific crime that they've been a victim of. It's scary. There's cops there, and this center is very child friendly. There's even toys there where they can play before they go in and kind of get relaxed, and the exam room is actually in the center, and everything is done right there on site. So it really makes it easier for these kids to go through what they have to go through to tell their story.
Sure. And, it's a testament to the people that put this together that you're keeping the kids in mind. And, like you said, it could be very intimidating just already going through the process, but going, through a police station and, just not a very kid-friendly environment.
Right. And the way we're looking at this fundraiser, if we were scared, a lot of us, to jump out of the plane, but if the child can go through what they have to go through to tell their abuse story and how hard it must be for them to tell that, then it's easy for me to take that leap and jump out of an airplane for them. So
Sure. And a really neat event with the fundraiser for the Children's Center there in Paragould. And tell them how they can donate or get contact.
You can, if you send donations, please send the check made out to NEACAC. That will go directly to the center. They can be sent to 801 East Court Street. Attention, Rhonda Thomas. And if you have any questions, please call me at 870-476-1897. I'll get you any information you need.
Okay, so keep that in mind, everyone, for the fundraiser for the Northeast Arkansas Children's Center in Paragould. And they're going to have their Leap of Faith coming up May 2nd and 3rd for the fundraiser. And there is a certain time the donations need to be made, right?
Yes, we will take donations right up actually until right before the jump, but we're having a contest. The person who raises the most money for the center gets to take an extra jumper with them, and those donations need to be in by April 15th. And I'm trying to win that to take my son with me. So
Okay, all right. Has he ever skydived before?
No, I actually won last year, and I got to take my oldest son, and so now my middle son, who is 16, is wanting to go really bad. So I'm working really hard to try and raise some money so he can go with me this year.
Okay, so neat deal to look forward to for the Leap of Faith, second annual fundraiser for the Northeast Arkansas Children's Center in Paragould. Now, you know, you're in Paragould, but you serve all of Northeast Arkansas, and just kind of give us a scope of how much y'all reach.
It's actually in Jonesboro, not Paragould.
Oh, Jonesboro.
But it does service the Paragould area. We see kids from Marmaduke, Rector, Piggott, Searcy, I mean, all over the area. And we saw over 400 children last year, just in 2014 alone. The center provided services for over 400 kids.
Okay, so it's quite a resource for the region.
It is. We love the center, and we're glad that they're there for our kids. So.
Okay, so my mistake on that, it's in Jonesboro, not Paragould. So a little mistake on my part there. So anything else you'd like to share about the fundraiser or the center itself?
No, just if you have any questions, you can call me, and I can get you the documentation or paperwork or answer any questions you might have.
Okay, that's great. And remember that fundraiser is underway, and you can contact the Children's Center. And we could just change that real quick. It's in Jonesboro and not Paragould. So there you go, in Jonesboro. And you can contact the NEACAC is in.
Now that's my office
Okay.
address is 801 East Court.
Okay.
So that's where the donations need to come so that I can get them to the center.
Okay. All right. So I think I got those mixed up there. So you can mail your donations to that address, 801 East Court Street. Attention, Rhonda Thomas, there in Paragould, or you can give them a call as well. Her a call, 870-476-1897. And great cause to get behind for the Children's Center in Jonesboro, a great resource for the region for those that may be traumatized due to child abuse. So a great cause to get behind for sure. And Rhonda, we appreciate you spending some time with us today and talking about the Children's Center as well as the fundraiser coming up. It sounds exciting.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
All right. And we appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll be back.